Here's what you may have missed in the Hamlet E3 trailer in excruciating detail. First, Wilson crash lands on the island because of a lightning strike hitting his hot air balloon. Likely, the hot air balloon will be like the Seaworthy is for Shipwrecked, being a world connector. After crashing, it shows items out of his hot air balloon that aren't in the normal game. So this may mean there will be a couple new items added to the normal game as well, or it might just be fancy art that they crapshooted in. There are new trees. This likely means there will be a few new tree items, like how there are coconuts in Shipwrecked, and there will be a new Treeguard. Moving to some gameplay, Wilson is cutting through some thorny vines with a machete, and it's damaging him. If this is the only way to get past the vine, it'll be super annoying. It'll be a stupid mechanic. Everyone will hate it, because it's not skilled and it's just boring. Wilson then cuts in the ancient pig runes, which presumably will work like caves, except the goal is treasure hunting, so you can buy things when you get back to the pig village. The first layer is grass and twigs, just like the caves in regular Don't Starve, and he later moves in to collect a statue, which I assume taking sets off a trap, and can probably be sold in the village for gold coins, like trading with the Pig King. It then cuts to a scene with spear traps in the ground, which will likely do an average amount of damage, like, the damage a spear does. It may have the poison effect from Shipwrecked. It's stealing a lot of things from Shipwrecked. He then finds the pig village, with intelligent pig people, and many types of pig houses, pigs, and even many types of shops. Then shows him running down the street, where there's presumably a shovel shop, guard pigs to protect the villager pigs, lampposts for light, and some large basalt rocks. Moving on, it shows a disguised pig wearing fancy attire, which I think will have something to do with magic items, especially the hat. Wilson is attacked by the disguised pig, and he drops 2 types of coins, which the disguised pig proceeds to steal. Then moves on to the inside of a food shop, where you can buy foods for the coins. Each food has a specific coin attached to it. Going on, it shows Wilson wearing a garland, using hedge trimmers to cut tall stalks of grass, which gives 2 grass pieces. We also see a red bird, which shows that there are, so far, only the regular birds in this game. And there's a new enemy bug with a charge attack. It moves on to show bats, which seem to be reskins of regular bats, and their cave a reskin of the regular underground bat cave. Going to the gameplay with the bats, it's shown at dusk, so the bats may only come out if you go by the caves at dusk or night. And there's also a firefly, which may be a nighttime butterfly, another new type of tree, and 2 new types of flowers. It moves to a jungly environment then, with fire-stealing ladybugs, a new type of pillar, and a new type of bird, and another phase of the second new tree. This presumably is a dangerous zone, like the ruins in regular Don't Starve. In the short animated clip afterwards, it also shows a set piece with statues and a fountain in the middle. Wilson also holds up his machete as to protect himself while he's at the fountain. He has a desperate look in his eyes, so this may be an area with an overwhelming amount of enemies. Then moves to a water clip, with mechanics taken from the Shipwrecked DLC, 2 types of lily pads, and a new rook-like enemy. That could possibly be this DLC's beefalo, and water reeds. It moves to a new scorpion enemy in an encounter with Wilson. Wilson attacks it. It backs up, then lunges and hits him. It has an extremely similar attack style to the Clockwork Bishop, but with itself as a projectile. It moves to a new plant-like enemy in the jungle area, so those are the enemy that make the area dangerous. Shows the new beefalo on land, so it can go on both land and water, and also huffs smoke out of its nose, so it may have a fire attack. It moves back to the statues with the fountain, and shows what Wilson was so afraid of. There's a giant snake or worm coming after him, which is definitely a boss, which a set piece contains or summons. It binds Wilson, so that will be one of its special attacks. It moves back to the village of Hamlet then, zooms out to show a giant mountain, where the jungle probably is, and a new boss, which is some type of giant bird, which is as big as the mountain itself. That's it for this analysis video. Like the video if you did, and subscribe.